What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we are cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines. And who better to join me than my sous chef Aiden? Why don't you say what's up?
What's up, everybody? I'm prepared to take my Nintendo Switch and just break it in half because I'm going to be getting the Nintendo Switch 2 reluctantly.
Oh, look at that.
Reluctantly, I say.
That was such a happy statement followed by upset stuff. But before we get into any of that, we'd like to say thank you to anybody and everybody who is liking these videos, subscribing to Game Sandwich, and if you're new here, consider joining in on the fun, especially join our Discord where we're talking about our favorite games 24/7, 365, or 364, because we have off that one weekend in August. I don't know. It's just a random weekend. Who knows? But what doesn't have off is the court system, Nintendo, and the gaming news headlines. And we're here today to talk about the latest development in Nintendo's court stuff because they're just constantly in there, whether it's Pal World, whether it's Pokemon, or whether it's the Switch 2. And today we're talking about the Switch 2 because Genki, things have caught up to them because a while back at CES, they revealed a 3D rendered model of the Switch 2. And at the time, everyone was like, yeah, that's the Switch 2. How are these people not getting in trouble? Well, it only took a couple months for them to actually get in trouble. Nintendo is now taking them to court over this. Aiden, how are we feeling about this one? Because it's weird. It's like,
I mean,
it's right. Like, they should be doing this.
I'm used to Nintendo being in the wrong, what with Pal World and stuff, and being like, hey, you know, we're going to be copyrighting game mechanics that we can't necessarily copyright. But in this instance, it's weird for me to just say, Nintendo's in the right, man. They are. They're in the right. I can't deny that. Because Genki, like specifically in the court documents too, like it says that Genki falsely represented that it had access to an authentic, unreleased model of Nintendo's next generation console. Genki has since stated that through representatives, that its claims of access were false. So, like, I mean, really, if they, like, backdoored their way into Nintendo and then, like, got an unreleased version of the Nintendo Switch 2 and were using it to misrepresent everything, they deserve to have a lawsuit against them. They deserve.
It's so weird saying that. Again, like you said with Nintendo. Normally when we come on these episodes, we're more of like, oh, like, they're being stupid. They're throwing their weight around. But with this, like, this period of time back at CES, it was almost like every other week. You can go back in our YouTube videos and go check them out. Look at that viewer retention right there. But, like, every other day we were doing, like, here's another Switch 2 leak. Here's another Switch 2 leak. And now, knowing what we know, going back to that week, everything was almost categorically right. The model they shown off here was indeed the Switch 2, as far as, like, the magnetic, like, they had the thing where you press the button and it comes off. The whole proportions were right. Again, from the wording I'm reading, it's kind of saying Genki, in fact, illegally or illicitly gained access to a pre-release model of the Switch 2. Basically, I'm thinking this thing got backdoored, it got taken off the assembly line, and Genki somehow came in possession of it. Which, again, I want to stress the point, things like this happen all the time. Like, there's a lot of things where, like, Xbox does something, PlayStation does something, someone gets a grainy piece of footage of the console way before it releases. It happens. But Genki, again, I said it in the video when we covered this, I'm so surprised they did it when they did. Like, way before they even had the Switch 2 Direct, way before anything official came out. It's like, you're playing with fire, and you got burned here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially since they know Nintendo is keen on lawsuits. It's not like they wouldn't know that. I mean, Nintendo is willing to sue anybody who even speaks badly about them. I'm waiting for my shot, because I've already spoken badly enough about them.
I do not speak for his behalf or whatever. Just segment these two boxes right here.
Okay.
I'll leave the second shit.
Kevin's his own thing. Nintendo, don't go after him. And don't go after me, preferably. I don't have that much money. Go after the big guys, please.
Right? But, again, it's almost like, and again, it just feels weird to say, but Genki, like, what'd you think would happen? Like, did you think you'd come out of this unscathed? And let's just say you knew, like, you definitely knew this was like an off, like, backdoor thing. You have possession of it. You're going to CES, which is like Consumer Electronics something or Symposium. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. But you're showing this off on the show floor. Like, that was the one talking point we talked about where it's like, they're just doing this not even behind closed doors. Like, behind closed doors, you can kind of say, like, oh, allegedly. No, they were out here saying, yo, check out this. Like, this is our case.
There
this
are
is
so many photos of it.
so many photos, so many videos. And when you're on the show floor of an expo like this, it's like, come on. Like, let's just say, just bring out a Switch 1 and say, like, hey, if you want access to a special undisclosed or redacted thing, we're holding a thing behind closed doors at this time. And then you can get away with a lot more. Don't take my legal advice, ever, because you might get in trouble. But, like, right? Like, there was better ways to go about
a
this.
lawyer.
Yeah, please. You get sued right away.
I just keep thinking, Kevin's my attorney. Totally going to win every case.
It wouldn't go
But
well.
no, I mean, you're right, though. I mean, really, Genki should have done something behind closed doors at the most, if that even. I mean, they shouldn't have had anything that was like, oh, hey, here's the actual model of the Nintendo Switch 2, just out and about on the show floor for everybody to see. I mean, there's tons of photos. There's videos of them showcasing it to people, like showing off like the magnetics and everything. Like, they're honestly, they're dead to rights. I mean, really, this lawsuit, I feel like it's just going to go through, or they're going to settle it really fast.
Now, I'm going to send you another thing live here on the show here. There's another rumor making the rounds today coming from, I think, Centro Leaks, that the Switch 2 Joy-Cons might have these removable side panels like a PS5, like the outer shell, where you can customize it. And they're posting images of the mock-up. Stuff like that is okay to do. Again, don't take my legal advice. Yeah. Allegedly. Put the stamp on it. Allegedly. You say the word allegedly, and then things work. But doing something
totally.
Like... yeah, totally. But doing things like this, far and away different, where it's like, oh, they're just saying it could happen. There could be a thing. Who knows?
Yeah. They're just saying leaks suggest this, and then yada, yada, yada.
Again,
we don't know for sure. Could happen, could not happen.
Again, it's grain of salt with everything, but to kind of talk about this real quick, because I was very interested in this idea, I always say getting Switch Joy-Cons I stayed away from because, one, they're expensive. They're still expensive. I believe two, like a thing of two, like a purple and green one I've seen, I thought was really cool. It cost about damn near $70, and with these price hikes, these are going to cost.
I mean, it's like $90 at this point for the new, for the new Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah,
it's crazy.
It's crazy. So you give me this, where it's like, oh, there's going to be different face plates or something like that, a more affordable option to kind of get more out of your console. Sign me up. Like, I'll buy the Donkey Kong Bonanza themed side plates for this thing. Personally, that's what I would want. Or if there's a Mario Kart World one, I'll get that. And if they make it easy as far as like, hey, like you can pop this thing off with this little tool, and you see on the regular Joy-Cons, there's like that little hit of red and blue. You can swap those things out real quick. Sign me up. I like the customization. I think PlayStation does that very well with their consoles as far as like, you pop off the side plates, you slap another one on. Microsoft does these console wraps where it's like magnetic and it goes around your giant rectangle monolith. Again, don't like the design of it, but whatever. And they're doing it right. But for the Switch 2 here, I like these. I think these are clean. A nice little touch of character.
They are. They're super clean. I'd like those. I would definitely get them. I mean, especially because they'd be way cheaper than buying new controllers. So it's like, I mean, what? Like, probably like $12 for these. I guarantee you that's going to be the price, and then there you go.
Dude, again, I'm going to err on the side of, like, this is a totally different type of video for us. $12? Are we really thinking 12? Because I can easily see 20 on this. I could easily.
I mean, I don't know. I was being generous, I guess, with the 12, just because it's just two little thin things of plastic and a little tool. I mean, come on.
That's exactly
Don't
it.
really.
I'm girl mathing for Nintendo in my head, where these suckers, me being the
Yeah,
sucker, I can definitely pay $20 for this. But who
it's
knows?
just those. I mean, I don't see why that would be that expensive. But then again, I mean, it's Nintendo. I mean, they're probably gonna find some way to like hike up the price of it because, like, they're the greatest.
The greatest.
They're always the greatest.
The
Give you
greatest.
the nostalgia and you lose your minds, folks.
Now, real quick, I want to ask you. Whenever Nintendo revealed that it's gonna have a camera with it, there was that other, I forgot the company who made the Piranha Plant one. I don't, is that licensed? I don't really know off the top of my head. Although,
I don't know.
if you could look that up for me, I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that, but
I was already looking it up,
oh,
so
there we
it's
go.
okay because you said it, and I was like, I need to remember who's making this. It's Hori.
I was say Hori, yeah, okay. So that airs in the same vein as far as like, all right,
It says Nintendo trademark and everything with it, so yes, I'm assuming it's
oh,
actually licensed.
because I was gonna say if that's another instance where a company is just like, hey, we're gonna move a polka dot on the Piranha Plant and just say like, hey, it's not the actual one. Brave move on your part. But yeah, like Nintendo and the courts, I think, regardless if they're right or wrong, they're gonna come after whoever. They did it with the Pokemon leaker. They've done it again with a Genki right now. We see it with Pal World. It's just a thing where it's like, all right, you're a big, reputable company. I know Genki. I know I use some of their products from time to time. Why why mess with something that's already going to be pissed off, you know?
You say that you know them. I literally had never heard of them until that instance.
I'm in the trenches
So
when it comes to cheap video game peripherals. I'm in the trenches always. If you need a
I
recommendation
just,
for something cheap, I got you.
I mean, I don't buy peripherals that much except for PC, so
I'm a
I
sucker
guess
for
there's
that
that.
stuff. Third party stuff for me only, especially when it comes to Nintendo. Although I heard there's some problems with the docks. Apparently they can brick your Switch, which, you know, don't want that happening. So who knows? But it's worth noting if you're a company out there and you get access to something and you know it's timely and you know like, hey, this isn't really right. Let's wait for them to give us the okay. Just do that. Just save yourself some time and save yourself some money in the legal battle. I assume they're gonna lose. I assume. What is this? I'm gonna flash
I'm
this image.
sorry. This is like mid video, but yes, go ahead and flash this image. Put it in the main
Oh,
box or
I'm
something
about to
during
say it's over
end
your box, but
over this box right here. But
yeah, it's gonna be over there.
just so you know, people, what I just pulled up, it's just like I looked up Genki because he mentioned that he likes the products that they make and everything, and they have what is a scent sentry for your Steam Deck that just lets you smell stuff with in your Steam Deck. I mean, it's not out yet. It's $0, but the fact that they're making it
Hey,
just
sometimes you're playing a game like a Plague Tale Requiem and you just want to smell the rot around you. Um, I I see Hollow Knight in the corner. Maybe that confirms Silk Song for this year. This has gone
you
off the rails. This
know,
is
yeah, I was about to say this is like an episode of Arc for you and Andrew. Like let's steer back.
let's get the ship back on track. But
So
again,
Nintendo's in the right about Genki. They're suing them. There you go. Back on track. There you're welcome, people.
it's gonna be a long week. And speaking of being a long week, we are currently actually no. We're a day before. We're going to PAX East. We're going to be there live on the show floor. If you have any questions for any of the games, developers, or people there, ask us and we'll ask them. We are your vessel for the communication between your favorite developers. And we're going to be getting some previews here for some games that will be coming out soon. So keep it locked here for that. But yeah, Nintendo's in the right for this one. Aiden, any final words here? And I gotta scroll
No,
up. I can't look at this smell vision
just
thing.
just good on you, Nintendo, for suing somebody who actually deserves it for once.
You did it. Gold
Probably your
star.
first time ever.
Non-copyrighted
I don't
gold
know all
star to you.
I don't know all your lawsuits, but good job. A crisp high five for you.
1 out of 100 ain't that bad. But that about does it here for this episode of Community Kitchen. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here, consider liking and subscribing here to Game Sandwich and join our Discord where we're always talking about our favorite video games. But as of right now, I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.